Yo, it's my brother. What's happening, brother?
Yo, what's going on, baby boy?
Man,
I
what's going on? Salute, fam. Salute, man. I
salute.
appreciate you touching the platform. But before we even do that, man, we got a very special guest on the line, man. It's definitely Cloud Chaser TV, man. Hey, special guest, can you introduce yourself? And just in case they don't know where they can follow you at.
More or less, this be, you know what I'm saying, the Billy that knock a nigga silly, you heard? OG Wildcat. More or less, man, you can follow me on WILDKAT 555 on the Instagram, or you can follow me on YouTube. Same name. Don't put no fives on. It's just Wildcat. You heard? Make sure that it's not a C, it's a K. You heard? Know what I mean? Get it right. What's
Yeah.
popping though?
No, no doubt, man. Man, brother, it's a lot going on. Like, man, talk to me, man. Like, you see what the internet is running the game right now, right?
Hey yo, let me tell you something, man. The internet and took niggas over. You heard? See, I remember when I first was sitting on that couch over there. I was looking at people that I knew for a long time,
Yeah,
and then I was looking at the way they were acting, and I was saying to myself, like, this might be where the change starts at. It's like it makes you or breaks you. Know what I'm saying? So,
no
like,
facts.
so now when I came into it, it was all the flamboyancy about who I am and all that other this, that, and the third. But then I started to see like I met good people. You know what I'm saying? I met some good people on here, you know what I'm saying? And we built bonds, you know what I'm saying, that, still strong to this day. You know what I'm saying? People that you would have never knew if you wasn't in this field. So,
Right.
with every pro there's a con, but sometimes the pro can outweigh the con in the manner of the way you move. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
what you seeing is what I've been saying. Like sometimes I feel like a psychic in this motherfucker, yo. Because remember I was saying
Yeah.
all of this shit was like, look, all them dudes that was out there stunting or whatever that was exaggerating who they was, got their car pulled. You know what I'm saying? You got salute to my homie Brazy K. You know what I'm saying? I said the
Salute
bastards
Brazy K. Salute, fam.
that's a fact. Salute
World Can
Brazy
East
K.
Podcast.
That's a fact. Salute Wrong Kind East Podcast. Salute 105 Records. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be that new addition on there. You know what I'm saying? I
Oh, that's
got
dope. Dope. That's what's up.
yeah, that's
That's
a
breaking
fact.
right there.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I got a two tracks coming out. It should be done by the end of this week. You heard? Another thing is as like I was saying before, you know what I'm saying, a lot of dudes, man, you know what I'm saying, that was out on here and that was taking it a little too far. You know what I'm saying? They seen how far it went after a while. You know what I'm saying? Because you had dudes that was claiming all this crazy rah rah shit, and then dudes is just calling them out, and all that shit turned into like a comedy show. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Then you got other
Yeah.
dudes. I seen the shit with the little SpongeBob nigga. What's the little yellow nigga name? The nigga that rap the Nitro
Also
dude.
bossy. Oh,
No, the
Nitro,
night.
Nitro.
Yeah, man, Brazy out. How you got the man out there looking for you, man? That's crazy, bro. The man is out there. He went out there to check you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Well, where you at? Now, see, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is why I be saying that this is like on some WWE shit now. You already know the slam is gonna come, but it's not gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? You know that he's gonna jump off the top ring rope, but he's really not gonna land on you. You know what I'm saying? It becomes obvious after a while because the people is looking and they looking at it like, yo, hold up, man. These niggas is playing games. You know what I'm saying? They taking it to another level, but at the same time, they're making that level like on a flashy note. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is what we do now. So if a rapper raps about it, a nigga gonna go try and do this shit and try to act like that's cool.
No, no doubt. No
Like,
doubt.
like, like, how do we? How niggas don't be knowing that they such thing as self incrimination, bro? Like, yo, these niggas is bugged out, bro. Like, they don't really know the things that they be doing. They think it's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? But then that's the reason why so many niggas is telling nowadays. You heard? You know what I mean? So a lot of dudes don't understand the
Like, let
concept
me
of.
ask. Yeah, no, you right. So I want to ask you a question. Like when it comes to like Killer Cav and Corey
Mm-hmm,
King. Corey King basically,
mm-hmm.
I don't know if he spoke up or whatever, it depends on who looking at the video. But he said something in regards to the way Queen's Flip was speaking to Killer Cav and on a live that they had did in regard to a video and a comment that was left. Like I want to ask you though, when it comes to bloggers, like what are their roles and should they stay in, what I'm saying, certain positions where they not addressing real gangsters in a certain matter. You know what I mean?
All right. Now, as far as that is concerned, everybody has their place, and everybody should know their place. Like, if another person has to tell you your place, that's not good because we all live different lifestyles. So now, if a person is a blogger, he's basically the information, but he has to make sure that the information is accurate. Then you
Right,
have then you have people who they want to profess a certain demeanor, but it's only for acceptance. So you got to understand them for that point. Like you can't get mad at like for example, I never got mad at Queen's Flip. When Queen, if you remember a while ago, Queen's Flip, he got a little erratic when we were speaking at first at one time. You know what I'm saying? And then, but we,
yeah,
but then we spoke, and as we kept speaking, he slowed down. But he didn't slow down because I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? He slowed down because he saw that I was patiently waiting. And once he slowed down, then I got to lay it down like, yo, boom, boom, boom. And then we both agreed. And then we was cool after that. It depends on if the person is blogging about a situation but putting themselves in what they blogging about, then they're beyond the scope of their duties. But if a person is just blogging because the information is out there, and as information come, information changes. You know what I'm saying? Like today they're gonna say it's raining, but then tomorrow it might snow. You see what I'm saying? So the forecast ain't always
right.
accurate. And it's not deliberately. It's because certain shit changes. You see what I'm saying? But information is that way. It changes. You might hear today that nigga lost his left shoe. Tomorrow you're going to hear that he lost his right shoe. Then you're going to hear he lost both of them. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's going to keep on going because that's just the way information is. But if you're a blogger, it's like Peter Parker. Peter Parker has two roles. One is he writes for the Daily Bugle. So he's basically there to take pictures and prove his information because that's all he's there. That's all Peter Parker does. Spider-Man does something different. You see
right.
what I'm saying? So basically, Spider-Man ain't gonna throw on a suit and glasses and sit in the office and or wherever and be a newspaper writer because you're gonna like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with him? Why he got a suit on? Yo, this dude's bugging out. Oh shit, you saw the way he got that pen with the web? People gonna be bugging out. It don't fit. You see what I'm saying? It don't match.
Yeah.
So that's why there's roles. There's roles that people play. You know what I'm saying? Some people play different roles. It
So
depends.
do you think that Corey King had a role to speak up on that?
I mean, you gotta remember, he's being protective. You know what I'm saying? He probably feels a certain way, um, about the way that Kev was spoken to. But at the end of the day, it's on Kev. If Kev feels that if he feels that is disrespectful, that's on him, not nobody else to check. I mean that's my opinion. He might feel a certain different way about it. I don't know, but my opinion is that this he's he should. It's like me. If I get into something with someone else, I'm gonna address it according to how I feel. If I don't address it, it's because I don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
No, no doubt, no doubt.
That's the only resolution to that. If I don't address it, it's because I don't feel that way about the way it's coming. And was what Son is saying that he's from the outside looking in, he's seeing something different. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it boils down to.
So like when it like the big question on the table is like what's going to be going around from now on the internet. You know, it was a podcast that came out earlier today, and they basically spoke on, you know, OGs and people, you know, putting in that pain, and they coming home and they got their story to tell, and they was talking about, you know, bloggers, journalists, or whomever, using these people for their content, and I guess these people not really establishing their own brand. Like, you want to speak on that?
Mm. Okay, so all right, here's the problem with that. With dudes that's coming home and this, that, and third of that nature. The problem with that is, and it's already been shown. You already see it. The problem with that is that you got a lot of people that had harbored feelings from way back. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, you know, for example, everybody that was in 1B went to 1 South, went to Southport. Like we stood together all the
Gotcha.
way. We stood together all the way. You know what I'm saying? Which why we're so tight. You know what I'm saying? Because we was together for years, together, going through. You know, when they was cracking one cell, they cracked everybody's cell. We all got busy. So it's a different relationship. You know, some people because they was from the outside and they didn't get the recognition that a lot of heads from 1B got. You know, saying they were disgruntled, but they wouldn't say nothing. So now when they see like things is more open and more, it's not as structured and strong as it was before. Now they come and tell their story, their side. You understand what I'm saying? That's why
Yeah,
the bloggers should stay away from those type of historical analysis because as dudes start coming home, you know, I know a few heads. You know what I'm saying? They probably was tight. They ain't get no hug because they ain't look at them as deserving a hug. Or some people got tight because they ain't move up in the ranks. You know what I'm saying? Some people weren't happy, but they've been doing it for so long or whatever that they stuck around or some disappeared because some did disappear. Then they just popped up somewhere later on down the line. But what I'm saying is, you know, as people come home that have been down a long time, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people gonna tell you the same thing, and then you're gonna have those that their version is different than from the version that you're starting to hear. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna start hearing man different versions, and that's when all the back and forth shit is all gonna start because then one's gonna say this, the other one's gonna say that. You see what I'm saying? So that's gonna be like um the new clashes that you might see because the bloggers are putting it out there, which is not good for the nation because then it shows too much calamity. That needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? You know, people may say what they want to say or do the little memes or whatever. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's a form of entertainment. But when dudes start getting a little crazy with it, then it changed the concept of it. You know what I'm saying? Now remember how we spoke before. People have roles. Some people those roles have limits. So for example, might have a dude that he takes the P and he takes it from one place to the other. He don't sell it. He don't break it down. He don't do nothing but take it from one place to another. When they go down and they mention his name, he faces the same time as everybody else, even though his role was minimal.
right.
You see what I'm saying? So you know that's just giving you an example of what happens when um, you have all these versions coming out, and all these stories coming out. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why you think I see people. Some people be like, "Yo, man, Wildcat just be wilding out. He just come and just start wilding on the nigga." No, 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 it's not like that. Let me correct that. You see, what I've been doing is I've been stopping that shit from happening because I already know that from being doing this for so long and knowing certain individuals, they're gonna try to change it to formulate it to benefiting them. And that's one thing we can't let happen. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times the bloggers, they'll go and get info from him, but he's talking with him and he's telling him to say that to certify what he's saying, because now he made him part of his plan. You see what I'm saying? So now then it comes out and it's oh word, and then boom, another person devises the same type of plan. So all this information, it's just making it look like some old 90210 type soap opera type shit. You see what I'm saying? So in order for that to be rectified, you know what I'm saying, they don't never deal with that. As far as the individual's concerned, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah, we got a question. It
Facts,
says, how come OGs is co-signing the fakes and the lames and trying to change the script? You
because
got
they feel
anything?
by changing the script, you know what I'm saying, they can formulate it to benefit them. You know what I'm saying? That's all it be all the time. Let me tell you something. Adolf Hitler, when Adolf Hitler started, his whole thing with the Jews wasn't even his. The Jews never did nothing to him when he was growing up. That was a campaign joint that he devised so that he can have something for people to fight for, and then they just took it to the extreme. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure. Yeah.
So they don't know in themselves that you leave things alone. You don't touch it. You leave it at its original state. You know what I'm saying? Because as long as it stays at its original state, history ain't changed. Why you think there's so many versions of the Bible? But they mostly saying the same shit. Some of them is just switched up a little bit in the wording that they say. You know what I'm saying? So,
No,
but
no. So like the big thing is like when people enter in this world, should they have a concern on what's ahead? Like should it be like some red flags? Should someone warn them, or you just say like just go do you?
I mean, I would look at it like this, man. When I wouldn't, I would advise if you have a talent, go after the talent. If you don't feel you have a talent and don't want to find the talent, then I guess you can associate. And not saying that people that associate don't have talents. Let me correct that. Because a lot of people who are associated have talents, but they chose to associate before their talent. So what I'm saying is don't make the easiest choice to associate if you have talent. Go with that first. If that doesn't work, then I'm not saying that associating is bad. I'm just saying that you have to be mindful now that when you associate, you have to really know what you're associating with, who you associating with, and why. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta be stingy. You gotta think about yourself at first, because you gotta say, hold on, before I go through all this craziness, do I want to? And before I go through all this other stuff, do I need to?
Dope. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Before you do all, those are the things you need to ask yourself. And then after that, your decision, stand behind it 100%, no matter what it is. You got to stand behind it 100. You know what I mean? So that motherfuckers will understand that you mean what you doing. That's why some of us went extra hard, because once we took it, once we had that oath and what, that was it. There's no turning back. There's no taking it back. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, SI. Happy. You know what I'm saying? I love you, my bro. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all the Billies too, man. We in the building as always, man. Gunshots, you heard?
Salute. No, so when it come down to um, like I would say, like what your standpoint on all the OGs that's have came out, especially from New York, the Eastern region.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a relationship with all of them?
Um, but most of them I do. You know what I'm saying? Look, when it comes to the Dick Wolves and all them, and and a whole lot of other people, those been my peoples for you gotta understand, let me rectify this too. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard dudes saying that, there was this, that, and the third. In 1995, we was in HDM Bing in 3 Block. This is before I went to 1B. We was in 3 Block. You know what I'm saying? So CK, Hitman, Frank White, Jamaican Kurt, Nigel, so on and so on. Everybody was there. Nobody was repping nothing. You know what I'm saying? We used to be on the gate yelling Warriors and then go outside and wild out. And then after that, you know what I'm saying? After I ate something in the yard, they sent me to 1B, and that's when it happened for me. And then for others, they went out to Pop Dog somewhere, and then it went down. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we first started as just people that were all getting down in some sort of way, form, or fashion, and then we became a family where all we had was us. So that kept us unified. It kept us moving. But like I said, some people separated and went off. Like me, I went off from there, and I was stuck in 1B, and from there, I lived in 1B all the way to Southport. So those people down there, Ghoul, G Money, everybody that's down there, we all was a family. You know what I'm saying? Because we bled, we cried together. There was times when we cried. I remember they took Gambino and they knocked him out inside the cell. They jumped him and they dragged his body down the stairs. We thought he was done. Niggas was crying and all that, and then niggas went started smashing windows and started lighting fires, and it was lit. Because that's the way how we felt about each other. That's the reason why a lot of our bonds is different when it comes to that. And then you got some people that weren't in our bond that were on the outside. And the salute Michael Werry, the people that was getting busy, that people were looking up to, they was on the outside and they was like, yo, man, why can't I go as ham as them? So that people, because we would go on a visit chained up and the whole visiting floor would look around like, yo, why they got those guys like that? You know what I'm saying? We walking with captains and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of dudes, they wasn't getting that attention. You know what I'm saying? So later on down the line, that's what I mean, man. You got to watch some of these dudes that come home. Right? Like I said, me and all the big fools, Big Wolf, Frank White, I could name them all. You know what I'm saying? We all have relationships way before. You know what I'm saying? And our bonds go way back. Nothing breaks that. Larry O, me and Larry O was running around in the 4 building. What, Larry O? Shit, me and Larry O ran through the 4 building. We was in 2 Top. We had the mics in 2 Top. Me and Larry, we went from Mar 4 Lower. We got jumped. Me and Larry got jumped down there in Mar 4 Lower. From Mar 4 Lower, we went up to 2 Top Chop Shop. And we did the mics up there. You know what I'm saying? From then on, me and Larry then they separated us because I was older and then took me out.
No,
you know what I'm
no
saying?
doubt.
You know
Did
what I
you
mean? So,
did you have? Let me ask you a question. Like when it comes to SI, I know you had a relationship with him, and I know it was something that was going on the internet where people was like, people using his name, and they really didn't even know him, and they really wasn't even cool with him. Is that something that's something that's real, or that's just a rumor?
nah, that's true, homie. Let me tell you something about SI. Yo, God bless my bro. One thing about SI is nobody wanted to be around him because they didn't trust him. He was off the chain. Like he caught a frenzy off cutting people.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? So there was people, I won't say their names, but he done ran after them because he just wanted to cut something. You know what I'm saying? And he had that frenzy, that fever. So another thing that about SI was he was very particular with the people he dealt with. He didn't just deal with everybody. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just deal with everybody. One thing about SI is he did not deal with everybody. You know what I'm saying? There was certain people he didn't like at all. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that been on this internet that been saying this, that, and the third about my bro.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. He was not dealing with people, man. I'm telling you. When we was in downstate in 9-7, we was in downstate in 9-7 before we went to Southport. SI didn't talk to nobody until I went to the yard. Once I went to the yard, he started talking. Dudes used to be like, damn, I didn't even know he was in there. I was like, yeah, that's just how son is. He don't really fuck with everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? He always been that way since when he came through the 4 building, and Two Top Chop Shop. When he came through, he didn't really talk to nobody like that. I had to come to him and talk to him. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I gave him the joint, and he went and chopped 8 Cuzzo. Once he ate Cuzzo, that was a wrap. Like, he ain't want to stop that shit. And I used to be telling him, like, yo, son, yo, this fever shit is crazy. And we was in the Bing, and from then on, it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? We stood together for a while, too. We went to HDM when 1B was actually adolescents. They were sending the adolescents from the 4 building to HDM 1B. And the both sides actually was adolescents. And then they made one side adult, and then they emptied out the other side because they were beating dudes down. Dudes leaving, dudes were
Yeah.
going on a visit with odd jammies. Shit would be fucked up, bro. But yo, salute SI, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes, I'm keeping it 100. A lot of dudes didn't mess. He didn't mess with them, man. He was very limited with who he messed with. I remember him and Ghoul, even them two, they going at it at one time, and then I went and squashed that because both of them is both of them is the headlights to the Beamer. You see what I'm
No
saying?
doubt. Yeah, like one more question, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep you long, man. I appreciate you tapping down on the platform, man,
Nah,
getting
no
us up to
diggity.
date. But when it come down to Snow Billy, like, and Snow Billy, you know, he's speaking on Treyway. If I'm not mistaken, SI is the one who started Treyway, correct?
Well, I don't think SI started Treyway. SI wrote a book called The Treyway. It's a book.
Okay.
Now, as far as Treyway, the click and all that, I'm not sure. I don't know. I wasn't even out. I was locked up for all that. You know what I'm saying? So I never met none of them, the brothers in that joint. I never met the Big Snine nigga. I never met Chadi, none of them. I think I met Mel one time, and we didn't even know, or I didn't know he was homie or whatever. Cause I used to be in Harlem a lot. I used to be over there on 157 in Amsterdam, and sometimes I had to go down by 155th and be over there with Arab and them. So sometimes I go, I saw him a couple of times and shit. But he's really from the style. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't really from Harlem. He was from the style. So like I really never saw him like that. But all that came out when I was locked up. I wasn't around for none of that. So I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't even know. I thought that was a joke. Like son was. I didn't think Big 9 was a real gang affiliate because I was thinking he was just repping it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of
Yeah.
people like that. You got to remember when Lil Wayne came out, you had mad heads flagging, but they wasn't homie. You know what I'm saying? But they was flagging. Some of them eventually turned to homie, and some of them stopped flagging when his music got died down a little bit. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have a lot of those. You know what I mean?
No doubt, man. Like, hey, man, like I said, Wildcat, man, I appreciate you touching bases with us, man. We definitely got to get it back in the building. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to build an ongoing relationship. Um,
Facts, facts.
and shit, we're gonna keep it coming, man. These will definitely be on right now. If you're watching this, you want definitely Cloud Chaser live podcast, but these are definitely be uploaded on definitely the Cloud Chaser TV, man. Let them know one more time where they can follow you at, OG.
More or less, man. You can hit that. You can hit that gram, man. Go to Wildcat 555, or you can go to on YouTube. Just put WILDKAT. You already know, man. Make sure you motherfucking chop that like button, man, with that gem star. You heard? Eat that like button's food. But make sure you come through. You already know we in the building, man. Billy Yup. I made that bang kind of famous, though.
Salute, fam.
Salute.